Parker Mackay still out.
Still out? Okay. Scott, this Western Michigan team, I feel like they're kind of going through what you guys went through in the first half with injuries, but still, how do they look to you even though they're missing some key pieces?
Good still. I mean, they still got some great team speed. They still play hard. They don't give you a lot of room on the rink. They've got good goaltending. They're a team right now that, even though they've had some injuries, probably gone through a little tougher stretch, but they'll be ready to play. That's all I know. And it's a hard building to go in there and win in because the game is fast. The way they play, it'll be a great challenge for our team to go in there and try and win some hockey games.
The top line, that's where it looks like they got the most injuries. Some of their younger players, anyone specifically stand out to you that's kind of stepped up from maybe the last time you guys saw them or even stood out to you that first time you saw them?
No, I mean, obviously DiPietro's having a good year. I mean, McGing's good. I mean, I think, their back end, you've got to pay attention to a couple of these. Schoeneman's twice a lot, but, I think right now they're a team that, like our team, they've got to do it by committee, but they got some guys that can, with the speed they have and the skill, and they can make a difference. But, for us, we've got to be prepared. It's going to be a very intense series. It's going to be not a lot of room on the rink. All we got to do is remember what they did to us here on Saturday night. They were strong around our net. They got to the net. They scored 4 goals around the net. So we've got to win that game around the net. We've got to be better. We've got to be stronger in front of our net because they've got some big bodies that are not afraid to get there, and that's the kind of game they're probably going to play against us. So we've got to be prepared for it, and can't give up those goals. Certainly not 3 or 4 goals around your own net.
Justin Richards, the guy that Jason Herber I talked to yesterday called a Carson Coleman as a center. Always in the right place. How would you assess the way he's grown here as a freshman?
Well, I think he's been one of our most consistent players, especially for a freshman. I think early on, getting acclimated to college hockey, I think that his play, the way he thinks the game, I think his consistency level has been really, really good. I think face-off-wise, he's been our top face-off guy. Offensively, I know he would like to have probably better numbers. I think everyone's wanting him to score that first goal, but I think he's been probably, certainly in the second half, our most consistent center as far as playing a complete game. He's become a very good penalty killer for us. A lot of that starts with great face-off responsibilities, but he's very responsible without the puck, and offensively and with the puck, I think he's gained more confidence, as evidenced by that pass, he made the other night on that 2-on-1. So he's had some chances to score, and I know he will because he plays the game the right way.
When you look at Saturday's game, what's your big takeaway from that? That after that second period and finding a way in the third to play better and get some insurance and get your goaltender another shutout.
It shouldn't take me having to go in and get mad. I was really disappointed with the way we played in the second period. I didn't necessarily like our first period either. I didn't think we had the same intensity level. We didn't have the same compete level. We weren't moving. We weren't getting pucks in behind. We were, careless. We were loose defensively. Just all those things. And had it not been for Shep playing the way he did, that game could have been certainly a lot different. But I got after him pretty hard after the second period, and I liked how our guys responded. I thought we came out and played better. It's still not where we need to be, but fortunately we did that and got the win, and that was the most important thing. But the lesson is you've got to learn how to sustain a high level of play over 2 games, not 1. And I think Friday was a good game for us with the jump and intensity, and I sat here last week and worried about that with you guys, and what I saw Saturday was what I was worried about, and we've got to find that. We've got to find that consistency level over the course of 2 games and play the game the right way for 2 games. Otherwise, you're not going to win. And we're getting to that point of the year where if you don't find it, your season can be done quickly. And this group has it in them. It's just a matter of the will to do it all the time.
so far this year, just 3-8 in 1-goal games. Is that a product of youth, younger team trying to find themselves a little bit, or would you expect that here to turn around and maybe improve a little bit down the stretch?
I don't know. I don't know. It's I don't like to use youth. Everyone does. I probably use the word maturity. Just learning how to deal with situations, and but at this stage of the year, all these guys have played a lot of games. They understand, and to me, it goes back to the same thing. It's consistency. It's sustainability of play. To me, we haven't changed systems. We haven't changed anything. We're playing. It's doing things and playing the game the right way. And when you start cheating the game, or you don't have that effort, that's when you can get in trouble. And it's hard. Hockey is hard, and this league is hard. And you've got to be prepared to play every shift. You might not win every battle, but you got to be prepared to be in battles, and you got to be prepared to win races to pucks and body position battles and all those things that go into a game. And if you're not, you're going to come out on the wrong end more than you're going to come out on the good end. So that's something that's still being learned by this team. Fortunately for us, we got a win Saturday. But I can go back to other games where we didn't. So pretty soon they got to make that determination, and if it means that we got to get after them to do it, then we'll do it. But I'm hoping that they kind of figure that out and figure out how they want to play the remaining games down the stretch here and into the playoffs.
Talked so much about the penalty kill recently, Scott. It's been so good for you. It felt like it was more, the guys were more aggressive on pucks against Miami. Is that a byproduct of some of the confidence they're gaining on the kill?
Like I said, Hertz does a great job with our PK. Him and Lars, but Hertz is mainly in charge of it. I think that was our goal going into the weekend: be aggressive with them in certain situations. And I think probably the success we've had has given our guys more confidence. But there was a little bit of luck in there too. But again, I go back to our goaltender. He gives us confidence too by the way he's playing, and certainly knowing he's been able to make that first stop, under some tough situations on the power play. That gives your guys confidence too. So, but it's been good. It's been good for us, and the guys have taken a lot of pride in it. And I know that we hope that continues to get going. But now our power play needs to get going again.
What is it? Can you compare Kaz, Miska, and Shep in any way in that the last 3 years you've maybe had some questions at the start of the year, and by this point you really have kind of answered all those questions in goal?
I think there's one common denominator. It's Brant Nicklin. Brant's done an outstanding job with our goalies. So give credit where credit's due. I think he does a good job with our goalies whether they're starters. I think he does a great job with the guys that are not playing, to keep them in it and continually make them better. And I think he's the big reason. If you look at those three guys, and not only are they good goalies, but he's made them better. And I think that's where it starts.